Yo, what's up, guys? So this is going to be a part one video to the Commander Masters Precon deck lists and spoilers that have been going out. I'm getting all my information from Card Game Base, as well as I have seen the reveals for these two decks. The third deck will be going up today, like the deck list will be revealed today, and then the fourth one, being the Eldrazi deck, will be tomorrow. Um, we're going to be going over the Sliver and the Planeswalker decks. So we'll be going through the new cards as well as the reprints and my overall consensus on the decks themselves. Spoiler, I do not think any of these decks are actually worth what they're charging them for. Obviously, I don't think anything in the Commander Masters set is worth the sealed price that is being charged. I think the singles are actually relatively well priced, except for some key cards. Like, I think that the commanders for the commander precons are a little expensive for what they do, as well as I think that the jeweled lotus is a little overpriced for what it does, and what it is. But yeah, we're gonna get right into it. But if you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification button down below to know when my videos go live, and we're gonna get right into it. All right, guys, as you can see, we're on cardgamebase.com. This is where I saw the compiled list of the Commander Masters decks, and they will be updating them as the cards come out, obviously, and the precons are revealed. So we're going to be going through Planeswalker Party right here and the Sliver Swarm, which is right here. I think the way it's set up is that Planeswalker Party's first in line, and then it's Sliver Swarm. Um, the next video will go up on Friday, when both of these decks, the middle ones, have been revealed. Today's video, I think, is on the Command Zones channel, and it is the Enduring Enchantments deck. I don't remember who's revealing the Eldrazi Unbound deck, but obviously they're trying to save the best for last. Let's hope that the Eldrazi Unbound deck is a little bit more worth its MSRP price, because we're not going off of resale value. I was able to get the Silver Swarm deck for MSRP off of Amazon because they did a restock. But if you look at both of these prices, even after the reveal of what's in Silver Swarm is like $160 to buy it outright from resellers, whereas Eldrazi Unbound, which has not been revealed yet, is like closer to 180 to $200, which is ridiculous. Both enduring enchantresses or enchantments. Ooh, my bad, something fell. God, I'm using a new model. What do you want to call it? Tracking software. I'm trying VC right now, or CV. Is that what it's called? Uh, VC face, which is, as you can see, much more reactive to my body movement than the VTuber Maker was doing. But yeah, the Planeswalker Party and Enduring Enchantments decks are probably going to stay closer to their, well, depending on what's in this one when it's revealed. But this one will definitely stay closer to its MSRP than these two will. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. I've talked a little bit too much about this. So, oh wait, Sliver Swarm is first. Never mind. Sliver Swarm, 5 color, Sliver deck. We're not using this word anymore. Trying to avoid using it. A Sliver themed deck. Uh, it is, as they say, one of the most popular creature types given its synergy. We have the commander, the face commander, Sliver Gravemother, for Wooburg, which is white, blue, black, red, and green. Uh, she is a 6/6 sliver with the legend rule does not apply to slivers you control. Each sliver creature card in your graveyard has Encore X, where X is its mana cost, and this has an Encore 5 because it's converted CMC is 5 mana. For 5, exile this card from your graveyard. For each opponent, create a token copy that attacks that opponent this turn. If able, they gain haste, sack them at the beginning of the next end step, activate only as a sorcery. So what you want to do is you want to be, filling your graveyard with big 5 color uh legendary ones like the indestructible one, the cascade one. You want to do that so you can cascade multiple times with them because they are not once per turn. They trigger, and they keep going. So she's kind of like that. I wouldn't say she's the best five color sliver we've gotten, especially not for her ability is good. Don't get me wrong. Being able to recur and get a bunch of token versions of your slivers is real good. They do get exiled after you exile it. So you're losing them, but you get them for a turn. It's kind of it's a very big blowout, especially if you're very close to winning. You can get like that flying sliver that you need, or that first strike one that you need, or double strike. Um the lifelink one that has lifelink, but it doesn't say lifelink. It's like I think it's white. It does, but it's basically lifelink. It just doesn't have the keyword or stuff like that. Like things that will finish the game outright. Big yawn. Sorry. But I don't think this is like, if you could, you should probably switch this out with a different five color. Hive Lord is in the deck, which is the indestructible one, I believe. That's the only five color one that got reprinted. All the other ones are surging up in price, unfortunately. Um, but they will probably regulate back down because most of their printings aren't super old. Um, so just give it time if you want to build the deck or if you bought it. There is an alt commander in the deck that is very good. We're gonna get right into her. It is Rukar Rukaramel, biologist. She's Wooburg 3/3. Human wizard says when she enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Slivers you control and the non-token creatures you control are the chosen type in addition to their other creature types. The same is true for creature spells you control. The creature cards you own aren't or creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield. So what she does is make it so you can run another creature theme deck. Let's say what's a good five? We'll go elementals. Another five color deck. You run elementals, a bunch of different colors, but you can also run slivers in the deck. And then when you play her, you choose elementals, and then all of your elementals get sliver abilities from the slivers on the field. It's basically like a double creature type commander for five color. It's very nice. But she's got this little added ability at the bottom. She's basically what's the word I'm looking for? Discount uh Sliver Queen. She's instead of 2 mana, it's 3 mana, and you have to tap her instead of not tapping her. Sliver Queen's ability, big ability is tap two colorless, um, create a 1/1 colorless sliver creature token, which is what she does. She's an additional mana and you tap her. Unfortunately, this big I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Probably because I keep doing all these 4 a.m. shifts, but she's basically just discount Sliver Queen because they can't reprint Sliver Queen. Obviously, she's a reserve list card. If you want to buy her, she's $300. Actually, that's what she was before. About 280 for a near mint. That was like the going rate. She might be more now that this deck has been revealed. I don't know how much her price would change. But yes, this is your alt five color commander. Besides Hive Lord, Hive Lord is in the deck, but I don't know if you want to make the indestructible one um your commander. First new sliver, we have Regal Sliver. Three and a white for a 3/3. Says sliver creatures you control have when this creature enters the battlefield. Slivers you control get +1/+1 until the end of turn if you're the monarch. Otherwise, you become the monarch. So more monarch stuff. I think this is actually really good because you don't have to do the combats to keep monarch. Plus slivers you can block like crazy with slivers. It's no big deal. Um, but it does give you the option to get it back by just casting a sliver, which is really nice. Um, then we have Taunting Sliver, 3 colors of blue for a 4 or a 3/3. Sliver creature you control have when this creature enters the battlefield, goad target creature and opponent controls. This is really good. You get to basically say, no, don't attack me with that every time you cast a sliver. I'm gonna spoil it for you. A lot of slivers are actually really cheap. You're gonna be casting multiple slivers per turn. You're not gonna be casting like one guy per turn. This isn't like dragons or what's another big one? Wizards or even humans and soldiers have big guys that you want to cast on your turns that like basically take up your entire mana besides what you're holding up for instants and sorcery. So you're going to be getting that goat effect on multiple targets a turn. So especially if you are able to get the first sliver and you you know hit with like a cascade into another sliver, um like perfect. Like you're goading two targets for one. It's nice. Then we have Titan Lit of Lit Jara. 4 colorless, 2 blue for 6/6 illusion. Says when it enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Titan Lit Jara is the chosen type in addition to its other types. Whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, you may draw a card for each other creature you control that shares a creature type with it. If you do discard a card, this is an amazing card. You could literally throw this in any creature themed deck that has blue. This is card draw on a body. And if you have like you could throw this in what's the Grixis? It's um, Goro Goro and Satoru, I think it is. You can run that as a pseudo goblin deck, with like blue counter spells, but like there's black and red goblins. Run this guy. You're drawing so much for all of your different goblin token outlets and stuff. Like you get a Crankle on the field, you tap them, create like 5 goblins or whatever. That's like medium amount that you'd be creating. I've had games where I've literally made like 20 to 30 goblins on a turn. And then you just swing with Titan Jar even if it doesn't you know connect. You just have to attack and you're getting 20 cards. Like or yeah, you're just drawing a shit ton of cards with Titan Jar. Great card. Uh then we have the probably my favorite new sliver that was added is Lazatep Sliver. 4/4 for 4. Sliver creatures you control have Afflict 2. Afflict is basically um deal 2 damage to your opponent whenever your creature's blocked, which is nice, especially if like you have a bunch of tokens, which you should from you know using Rukarmel biologist. I think there's other sliver token generators in the deck as well. Um, and then the best part, whenever a non-token sliver you control dies, amass 2. I love amass. It's probably one of my favorite mechanics that came out of the like Amonkhet Hour of Devastation block. Um, I love that it was in the Sauron deck. Uh, like it's just fun, and the token for the Lazatep Sliver Sliver army is so good. It's just like a wave of Lazatep slivers. I think it'll show it down here. If not, I can pull it up. Hold on. Let me just pull it up real quick. I have another website I was gonna use. Um but I was gonna use Wizards official website, but they don't have all of the new ones available to see, and you can't just hover over them, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna scroll down and show you the tokens real quick. Ooh, thank you for jumping. So we'll go to Doop. All right, so this is the Sliver Army token. It's as you can see a bunch of Blazatep slivers just swarming. But then we've got this new sliver token art. I don't even know if it's new. It might be new. I'd have to look on TCG Player to see some of the older sliver 1/1 arts, but really good looking sliver art. As you can see, all of them have backs. I think yeah, it's 8 copy tokens and they're double-sided to sliver tokens. One army token, which is a double side of a sliver token, and then we have another copy token, which the other side is the monarch token, which is very nice. We're gonna keep that open so I can show you guys the tokens from the Planeswalker deck as well. So we're gonna keep going. We've got Capricious Sliver. It's a 3/3 for 4. I think you can see a theme with these new slivers. Are all 4 mana. Magic loves making 4 mana cards. I get it. It's a medium mana amount to ask, but it's a 4 or a 3/3 for 4. Sliver creatures you control have whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, exile a top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. So, some nice like uh, I don't know advantage. I don't think this one's the best, um, but I do think it's still like nice to have. We're gonna go with this sliver before we talk about these two. We have hatchery sliver. This is probably my second favorite of the new slivers. 2 for 2 with replicate, 1 in a green. Whenever you cast a spell, copy it for each time you paid its replicate cost. So you can replicate this one. Oh god. I itch my nose and I lean back. That's weird. Um I'm still working out the kinks with this software, obviously, because I'm moving quite more fluidly than I was before. And then it says each spell you cast has replicate. The replicate cost equal to its mana value. Um, so say you want to copy, I don't know, we'll just keep the train moving. You want to copy a copy, or you want a copy of um the first sliver so you can get the cascade effects. You would just pay your 5, and then because it has replicate, you pay an additional 5. You pay 5 or you'd have to pay 5 of the colors. It's the exact mana cost. It's not like Grave Mother where it's encore with where it turns to colorless. This is the exact mana cost. So you'd have to have 2 of each color to play the first sliver twice, which is cool. Um but you can also use it to get like I don't know. Slivers are weird when it comes to copies because you don't really need 2 instances of flying, but it insulates you because there are ones that are like ward or the ones that make it so your slivers can't be countered and stuff like that. You would want to replicate those so you could have multiple on the field to stop people from being able to like I don't know counter it or not counter it but like stop those things from happening so you can get multiple copies to insulate that ability. But there's also things like it's the big one it's a sliver that gives +3/+3. There's also +1/+1 enablers and stuff like that. You those would be good targets for the clones as well because then you just have so many +1/+1s and +3/+3s and shit like that. Like just a good card. Hatchery Silver is like an A+ card. And then we have a new enchantment called Descendant's Fury. It's 3 colorless and a red. Whenever one or more creatures you control deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice one of them. If you do, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card that shares a creature type with the sacrificed creature. Put that card on the battlefield, and the rest on the bottom of your library in any random order. This is pseudo cascade um, for when you want to just get a sliver. Like you don't want to get like a random permanent from Cascade. You want a sliver, so you're sacking, and it doesn't say non-token either, does it? Yeah, it doesn't. So you can sack your tokens and then just get a permanent sliver, which is real nice. This is an A+ card. This is something that will go in any deck that is creature oriented or creature type oriented, and in red, obviously. So dragons, goblins, everything. This is an amazing card. Then we have a new instant for the ancestors is 2 colorless and a green. Choose a creature type. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal any number of cards from the chosen type from or any number of cards of the chosen type from among them. Put the revealed cards into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any random order or in a random order, and then you can do it again for 4 instead of 3. So this is a nice little like I need more creatures in my hand. I'm gonna like basically sift through the top 6 cards in my library and get all the creatures, and then you can do it again for 4, which is still amazing. Say you hit like you can hit 1 creature off of it, which would suck, but you got to look at the high end. You could hit 4 to 6 creatures. I'm thinking like in this deck cuz there's 36 creatures. Like well over a third of your deck is creatures. Um so I'm gonna say you're probably gonna hit like 2 to 3, like on average, slivers, which is Great for this value. For this value, it's even good if you still need the creatures. Like, if you're looking for that push, you can flashback this out of your graveyard. Amazing. So we got the cards. We got Sliver, Grave Mother. We got reprint of Blade Sliver, which is probably going to be a card you take out. 3 mana to give all of your slivers +1/+0 is not great, especially when you have something like Bone Scythe. Or not Bone Scythe, where is it? Oh, is it? Did they not reprint the white one? They didn't reprint the white one, did they? There's a white one that's like Bone Scythe Sliver, or similar, that does +1/+1. They must not have reprinted it. That's fine. You're probably still gonna take Blade Sliver out. It's not the best sliver for boosting your slivers up. We've got a haste enabler, which is fine. You'll probably keep this. Haste is super big on slivers. Bone Scythe, which is your double strike enabler, very good reprint. Bone Splitter is a +2/+0. You would probably keep this one over this one. Like, you don't need two of these. Brood Sliver, amazing. He's a token enabler. Great card. Cleaving Sliver is another. You would probably take either this or Bone Splitter out. They're both the same card. They're literally both the same card. Clot Sliver, great. Gives all of your slivers regenerate, which is amazing. You just leave mana up anytime you want. Like, just like leave 2 up, 2 to 4 up a turn, especially in the later game. So you can regenerate like your big boys. We have Cloud Shredder Sliver, amazing card. Glad this got a reprint. It's not like super expensive, but 1/1 for 2 that gives all of your slivers flying in haste is amazing. Constricting Sliver. Uh, Whenever the creature enters the battlefield. Oh, it's a. Oh, that's good. That's a good card. Maybe not for 6 mana though. I mean, if you got your Herald's Horns, your Pillars of Origins, maybe, maybe. I feel like you'd have to. Some of these slivers are pretty big, so I would recommend inserting a few more creature theme cards like Urza's Incubator. Um, they have the land too in here, right? Unclaimed territory, yeah. I would definitely recommend adding the other good um reduce cost cards for creature types. We got Crypt Sliver, which is another regenerate, which is nice. Being able to just these two are probably like your big, or is he Clot Sliver and Crypt Sliver are your two big guys you're gonna want to like be able to protect to regenerate things because people are gonna be trying to target and take out your shit. So Crystalline Sliver, great card, being able to avoid having your creatures be the target of spell or abilities, basically giving all of your creature or all of your slivers hexproof. Amazing. Diffusion Sliver, which is ward 2 for your slivers. Good. Especially if you can get multiple with um the duplicating one, whatever it's called, this guy. Hatchery Sliver. Um Firewake Sliver. This one's alright. You might get rid of this one though, just because a 1/1 for 3 that you have to pay 1 to get something off of it is it's alright. It could be nice. No, because it's just a bad battle trick, really. I would avoid this one. If you have better slivers, I would remove this one. Gale Rider Sliver, another flying enabler, which is nice. Gem Hide is a mana dork. Turns all of your guys into mana dorks. My bad. Harmonic Sliver uh, is great. It's a Crossing Grip. Is that the card that destroys target artifact or enchantment? Essentially, Crossing Grip on a creature, and it gives all of your guys are Crossing Grips at that point. Hibernation Sliver is good. Returning slivers to their owner's hand um, during combat, especially if like somebody's gonna block like your big guy and has a way to kill it, just return it to your hand. Good card. Hollow Head Sliver is good. Being able to um, what's the word I'm looking for? What do they call that? The looting? Is that what it's called? Looting your deck? Because Faithless Looting is draw one, discard a card, or is it discard a card and draw a card? This one specifically discard and draw a card, which is okay. That's fine. Like if you're gonna use the ability, you know what you're discarding, so it's not that bad. We got Lava Belly Sliver, which is good. It's ping, gain life type thing, which is nice. Plus, you can hit planeswalkers. We have Mana Weft Sliver, another Sliver Manador creator. Megantic Sliver, which this is it. The +3/+3. This one you're gonna want to copy. You're gonna want to get multiple of this guy out. This guy is good. Might Sliver is the +2/+2 one. Quick Sliver makes it so you can cast your slivers at instant speed. Um, but it also makes any player cast slivers at instant speed. So, but how many people are playing slivers nowadays? Come on now. Precon, nobody's gonna play it. We got Realm Walker, which is just a changeling that boosts or lets you use the top card of your library, which is nice. Which kind of synergizes with Capricious Sliver because you can exile cards you want. Necrotic Sliver is good. Tap, sack 3, or tap 3, sack this, destroy target permanent, which is nice. You can fucking destroy lands if you want. Sentinel Sliver is Vigilance, which is nice. Shifting Sliver uh, basically gives your slivers unblockable. Sinew Sliver is a +1/+1. That's a good one. Hive Lord is the only 5-color one that was reprinted, unfortunately. Spiteful Sliver is the like what is the red creature? No, it's the black one. What's the black creature? It just Phyrexian Obliterator. It's essentially turns your guys into Phyrexian Obliterator. It's nice. Striking Sliver is first strike. This one is a draw for damage, which is nice. Lifelink, Siphon Sliver. Two-headed Sliver is pseudo menace. It's menace before menace was a thing. Death Touch, which is nice, and then another flying enabler. You really want to keep the deck has the flying enablers for a reason. You keep them in there. Flying is probably one of the most powerful keywords out there, in my opinion. Sorry about the eye thing. I'm itching my eye. Probably one of the most powerful keywords because nobody's prepared for it ever. Sorcery wise, we've got Cleansing Nova. You can basically just pop all artifacts and enchantments. You're not really running any enchantments. You're running the one enchantment, I believe. Uh, where is it? It's down here. The Descendant's Fury. That's what you're running. That's it. Crippling Fear. Another way to bop your opponent's creatures or make them weaker. Make all of them weaker, honestly. Cultivate is good. Decimate is good. Target removal is amazing. Distant Melody is a great card draw card, especially in a creature deck like this. Farseek is good. Harsh Mercy. Each player chooses a creature type, destroy all creatures that aren't the type. So it gives your opponents a chance to keep something, but unless you're playing against another creature themed deck, they're going to be taking much bigger loss than you. Nature's Lore, 3 visits are great. To like get to your lands that you need. And then Windfall, which is pretty good in my opinion. Land wise, the deck is kind of ass. I'm not gonna lie. I wish it wasn't, but it is. We've got Ash Barrens, which is fine. Canopy Vista is good. Cinderglade is good. Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, the things you'd expect. But then you have the slow tap or the slow what do they call them? Slow fetches. We got Floodplain. Uh, we've got the tapped triomes, which is fine. You have grasslands. You've got the cycling irrigated farmland. Uh, Mountain Valley. Like they really dropped the ball on the lands, in my opinion. The biggest thing that they didn't print, which I'm gonna show you right now. We're only gonna do this one deck for this video. I'm gonna do multiple videos, I think, because this is already 30 minutes of me rambling about this deck because I'm passionate about Magic. We're gonna go to TCG Player, and I'm gonna show you the biggest disappoint that they didn't reprint and why it's a disappointment they didn't reprint it. So we're gonna open it. So the biggest disappointment that they did not reprint in this is Sliver Hive. And as you can see above my head up here, it is a $60 card. I bought this card. I have a copy. I bought this card 3 weeks ago before the reveal happened for $13. This isn't even like an insane land. It's just it's it's an untapped version of Path of Ancestry that creates 1/1s. It can create a single 1/1 for 5 mana. Like, this is an amazing card, but the fact that they didn't reprint it and people are hyped, it went from 11.28 to the market price is 35, but if you come down here, like this is a scam. This guy, he's a scam. He's a scam. If I come down here and I sort by uh, how the fuck do near mints, you get your two scams, 37, 34, 38, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40. Like, it's ridiculous. You go to foil, 100, 200. This guy wants 200 for a near mint foil. Dude, that's ridiculous. You can get let me back out of here. You can get the Sliver Hive extended version near mint foil for like a little more. Like, why would you go with the normal one? What the fuck? It's ridiculous. But yeah, that's a big blunder on their part. They definitely should have reprinted that card in here. Like, look, not Path of Ancestry. What am I talking about? Not Path of Ancestry. What is it? Uh, it's Unclaimed Territory. And Unclaimed Territory doesn't tap. It's just Unclaimed Territory for slivers specifically. Like, what? That's ridiculous. $60? No. What the fuck? Artifact wise, we have the classics Arcane Signet, Soul Ring, Felwar Stone. We got the Herald's Horn, which is getting a lot of reprints recently. Very good card. Glad to see it in here. Wish they reprinted Urza's Incubator in here, but can't expect that, can you? Icon of Ancestry is just a way to boost your boys. It's fine. Pillar of Origins is it's a two mana rock that you can use to spend mana for your creatures. That's it. I don't think Pillar of Origins is a very good card in my opinion. Vanquisher's Banner, amazing. +1/+1s on your boys every time you cast a creature or a spell or creature spell of the chosen type. Draw a card. Great card. This is the probably this and Unclaimed Territory are my two favorite cards that were that were printed in um OG Ixalan. Ixalan was my first draft. I've been playing Magic for 15. No, what year is it? 2023. Started in 2010. So 13 years. I've been playing Magic for 13 years. I never drafted before until Ixalan came out because dinosaurs and mysterious island pirates. It was cool. Um, this was the first set I drafted. I still have my draft my pre-release card for it. Um, these two cards are probably the best cards ever printed in that set. On hands down for Commander, hands down. Besides, like maybe like the Immortal Sun, but that's beside the point. That is the Sliver deck. Very excited to get it. Mine's not going to be in until the 7th, I believe, because I got through Amazon. These come out on the 4th, by the way, of August. Amazon saying the 7th. I got screwed by Amazon recently for the Lord of the Rings decks. I bought both the uh elf deck and the food deck from Amazon, and when I bought them, I guess Amazon decided instead of be like Wizards of the Coast being my distributor, it was going to be some like person shop that was doing selling on Amazon. They switched it on me because I definitely went to Wizard of the Coast like product page to add them to my cart. But they swapped them last minute and then they just never showed up. Whether they got lost in transit or dude didn't want to sell them to me, whatever. I ended up getting my money back. I ended up emailing the guy and telling him that or going through Amazon customer support when they were 2 weeks late, telling him that they never showed up. I have a feeling that he probably didn't want to sell them to me mainly because the food deck ended up being like $150 resale value afterwards, which is ridiculous because I went down to Target and bought it for $10 over MSRP because big box retailer, whatever. Hopefully, I've checked it multiple times. The Sliver Swarm deck is coming through Wizard of the Coast, so I hope I get it on the 7th. It'll be a surprise to me because I will be down in the Cape. I'm going to Cape Cod for a week with one of my buddies, and I won't be getting back till it shows up. So hopefully it does. But yeah, that's the video, guys. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to go down there and drop a like. Follow me as well. I always have my socials in um, the description below. Comment on the video if you're looking forward to the Sliver deck. We're going to be going over the Planeswalker Party deck in the next video. I'll probably upload that one on Friday, and then I'll upload the other two next week on Wednesday and Friday again. New upload schedule is going to be Wednesdays and Fridays. I am back in school, finishing my cybersecurity degree, so it's going to be videos are going to be a little bit more spaced out, as you could tell, as I was getting back into school. I have been away for about 3 weeks, but I'm trying to get back into it. I did all this work to get my model refixed with trying this new program or this different program, VC face and stuff like that. So hopefully, I don't have the same issues I had with VTuber Maker. But yeah, if you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification button down below to know my videos go live, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace, guys.